Good evening, and Happy New Year. 2025 is here, and I am here with another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube, the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, took a bit for me to get resettled in after returning from Japan, which was an oh so awesome time. I am here to do my first review of 2025, and I will be reviewing New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley that took place just a few days ago. So, let's go ahead and jump right on into the action. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everybody's new year has gotten off to a good start. Okay. Battle in the Valley 2025 took place at the San Jose Civic Center in San Jose, California. Had 10 matches. 10 matches total. Also had a decent handful of championship matches on this card. So, pretty loaded with some very interesting finishes. So let's jump right on into it. We had two matches that were actually pre-show matches. So 2 out of the 10 were pre-show matches. Let's go ahead and get started with our first match. Okay, first match was our Strong Survivor match that puts Zane J against Viento. So pretty much Zane J is the new Strong Survivor after he finally dethroned Matt Vandagriff. So here he stands. So yeah, him and Viento, pretty decent back and forth match between the two. A nice little clash of styles. If I remember correctly, Viento, I believe, competed in the last CMLL Fantastica Mania show that they did last year. Yeah, last year. But yeah, it was pretty straightforward back and forth match. Not too long. But Zane J was able to get the victory via submission. Nice little Boston Crab. Although he hit a really nice elbow drop before that. But yeah, Boston Crab submits Viento. Zane J, your winner to start things off. And then our last pre-show match was quite an interesting one. Alright, tag team action. Check it out. Alright, we had the interesting team of Matt Vandagriff and Fred Rosser taking on the team of TMDK's Shane Haste and Bad Dude Tito. So, for the most part, it seemed like Matt Vandagriff and Fred Rosser, at first, seemed to be working pretty decently together until pretty much a miscommunication happened. Fred Rosser accidentally hit Matt Vandagriff later on in the match, and Matt Vandagriff didn't take that too kindly. Fred Rosser went to make a tag. Matt Vandagriff ended up leaving. And while Fred Rosser did the best that he could to fend off Shane Haste and Bad Dude Tito, it just didn't end up being enough. Tito eventually put away Fred Rosser after hitting a pretty wild F5. and then pinning him for the 1-2-3. TMDK with the win. And yeah, Matt Vandagriff walking off in disgust. Pretty much flipping everybody off. So, yeah. I'm not too surprised at how that went down. You know, I figured Matt Vandagriff was more so of a heel. So, I'm not too surprised that he did that after the miscommunication, at the inadvertent attack. So, and that's the match that closes out the pre-show. All right, kicking off the main card, which they kicked off the main card in a pretty big way. Check it out. So they opened up the main card with the Strong Openweight Championship match, where Gabe Kidd, the champion, defended against the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii. This was a phenomenal match. Back and forth, hard hitting, and really just pushed over the limits of both competitors. And honestly, for it not being the main event, it definitely was quite a way to deliver a banger to kick off the main card. So, probably not the position I would have put this match on the card, but you know what? It still delivered in an excellent way, even to the point where the match ended in a time limit draw. Did not expect that. But you know what? I love it. I love it, I love it. So, they beat the mess out of each other to a time limit draw. And then afterwards, Gabe Kidd, while he might have still walked away with the title, wasn't satisfied, as he ended up challenging Tomohiro Ishii for April 11th, Windy City Riot in Chicago. Title on the line in a 30-minute Iron Man match. That's right, 30-minute Iron Man match. Can't wait to see it. That should be really good. What a way to run it back, Iron Man style. So we got that to look forward to on April 11th, Windy City Riot in Chicago. Looking forward to that. That should be really good. Alrighty. Let's keep the title matches going as we transition to the next title match. Alright, we had the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, Royce Isaacs, Jorel Nelson, the West Coast Wrecking Crew, make their first defense against Roppongi ReVice, which is Yo and Rocky Romero. Pretty solid back and forth match between these two. Like I said, I'm just really happy that West Coast Wrecking Crew are finally tag champs. I feel like they were long overdue, so it's good to finally see them get this run started. And you know what? Not bad for their first challenge in Roppongi ReVice. Definitely went back and forth. I was kind of surprised for a moment that they were able to hit a 3K, and I believe it was on Royce, and he kicked out. So I thought that was pretty crazy. But the end came down to, I believe it was Rocky Romero had a cover, got kicked out into a championship belt shot from Royce Isaacs, And then pretty much Jorel and Royce finished off Rocky Romero with a combination pop-up power bomb slash an attitude adjustment onto the knees of Royce Isaacs. Pretty much hit him with that 1-2 punch. Pin Rocky Romero for the 1-2-3. West Coast Wrecking Crew still your strong open weight tag team champions. Still a pretty decent match. But defense number 1 in the books for West Coast Wrecking Crew. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, the next match, this was a pretty fun one. This was a fun match. Check this one out. All right, we had the ladies in action. We had an 8-woman elimination tag match. Team number 1, we had Viva, HANAKO, Maika, and Mina Shirakawa taking on team number 2 of Anna Jay, Trish Adora, Azumi, and Johnnie Robbie. This was a pretty entertaining match. Great way to showcase the ladies on this card. But yeah, very action-packed. And, you know, I felt like all 8 ladies got a good, decent bit of showcase time. But let's go through the order of eliminations. So, first off, HANAKO eliminated Johnnie Robbie, pinning her after hitting a JP coaster. And then Azumi eliminated HANAKO with an Azumi Sushi. Then Anna Jay was able to submit Viva with the Queen Slayer. And then both Mina Shirakawa and Maika eliminated Trish Adora, tossing her over the top rope. And then Mina and Azumi eliminated each other over the top rope. They were kind of battling on the ring apron. So the final 2 came down to Maika and Anna Jay, which kudos on giving Anna Jay the final one standing for team number 2. Did not expect that to come down between her and Maika. But yeah, it was back and forth for a good bit. But Maika ended up eliminating Anna Jay over the top rope. Therefore, team number 1, Viva HANAKO, Maika, Mina Shirakawa pick up the victory as Maika was your last one standing. Like I said, good match. Very entertaining. And yeah, good to see, you know, a handful of Stardom talent featured in this match, you know, with Azumi, Mina Shirakawa, Maika, and HANAKO. Not bad. Not bad. And I'm sure we're going to continue to see more Stardom talent represented on these NJPW Strong shows in the States. All right, next match. We had the NJPW World Television Championship on the line. As the champion, El Phantasmo defended against Jeff Cobb. Match was kind of a disappointment, especially when it came down to the ending. It's definitely not over between these two. I'm hoping, well, I'm sure they're both going to run it back. But match ended in a double count out. So, really a bummer finish. But like I said, I'm pretty sure these two are going to run it back. Whether it's in Japan or whether it's in Windy City Riot, I don't know. But I expect these two to run it back. So, like I said, don't really have a lot to say about this match because I felt like it was disappointing, especially given the ending of the match. So, yeah, that's really all. That's really all I could say about this match, to be honest with y'all. But it is what it is. All right. Let's move on to this next match. And this next one was pretty wild but entertaining. Here we go. The 6-person tag match. Sumie Sakai's retirement match. We had Team Hiromu, made up of Hiromu Takahashi, Mayu Iwatani, and Yuka Sakazaki, taking on Team Sumie, made up of Sumie Sakai, Evil, and Sho of House of Torture. To be honest, first off, very entertaining match. I can't say that I'm surprised that, you know, Evil and Sho weren't really on the same page with Sumie Sakai. It even got to the point where they turned on Sumie Sakai. If anything, the main highlight of this match was just seeing Mayu Iwatani and Yuka Sakazaki work together. I mean, who would have ever thought we would see the icon of stardom and the magical girl working together doing double team moves and stuff like that. So, that was very memorable. But then again, who would have thought we would see Yuka Sakazaki in a New Japan Pro Wrestling ring? So, that's already a pretty big deal. But yeah, entertaining match. I know Sumie was very conflicted with her tag partners, but she still did her best to fight off Team Hiromu. And, you know, she was showcased really well. And, you know what? Sumie was still Sumie throughout this entire match. So, the finish, honestly, not a surprising finish. You know, they really gave Sumie, you know, quite a final farewell. Yuka Sakazaki hit her with the magical merry-go-round. Then Mayu Iwatani hit the top rope moonsault. And then Hiromu hit a time bomb. All on Sumie before they finally pinned her for the 1-2-3. And of course, they had already disposed of House of Torture in the midst of that. But that was the finish. And of course, everybody came out. You know, all the other wrestlers came out to congratulate Sumie Sakai and, you know, to bid her farewell. They did the 10-bell salute for her. Hiromu Takahashi gave her his jacket. She got some flowers, roses. She hugged everybody around the ring. But thus puts an end to a, I believe, 27 or 28 year career for Sumie Sakai. And she will definitely be missed. I got the chance to meet Sumie Sakai through a DPW show, DPW Victory Lap, a couple of years ago. I got a chance to meet her. Very sweet woman. Very sweet. Seen her wrestle many times live. I mean, ROH, spark. Like, I've definitely gotten to see Sumie Sakai wrestle live a handful of times. So, you know, definitely filled my heart to see her one more time. And, you know, she's put in a lot of work over the years. And, you know, I'll say, Sumie, congratulations on your retirement. Thank you so much for 28 years of awesomeness, entertaining me. Thank you for all that you've done for the pro wrestling business. And I hope you enjoy your retirement. You know, I don't know what she's planning on doing, but hey, chill out, relax. You know, I don't know if she's married or has a family or anything like that, but hey, spend time with your family, you know. Just do what you enjoy. So, hope you enjoy your retirement. And yeah, gonna miss you in the ring. All right. Next up, another championship match. Here we go. All right, we had the Never Openweight Championship on the line as the champ, Konosuke Takeshita, defended against Kushida. I have to say, Kushida definitely gave Takeshita a good fight in this match, especially working on his arm. Of course, you know Kushida's a submission specialist, so I really liked the challenge Kushida posed to Takeshita. Definitely went back and forth, and Kushida really wore down Takeshita in this match, working on those limbs. But it did not end up serving to be enough to put away the Alpha, as eventually Takeshita got his bearings and was able to finish off Kushida with a Raging Fire, pinning him for the 1-2-3. Takeshita, still your Never Openweight champion. But yeah, great back and forth match between him and Kushida. But the champ, who's now a double champ, by the way, because, you know, remember, he's now a Never Openweight champ, and he's still the AEW International champ. Okay. This next match really exceeded my expectations. I figured this next one was going to be a good match, but it was a clinic. Check this one out. We had a special singles match between IWGP Heavyweight Champion Zack Sabre Jr. and Hechicero. This was a fantastic match. This was a technical struggle back and forth between these two, trading submissions, pinfall attempts, both wearing each other down with submissions. I was very impressed. And it really showcased Hechicero's groundwork and his technical skills. He put it on Zack Sabre Jr. I gotta give him credit. He put it on him. He definitely put it on him. But when it all came down to it, Zack Sabre Jr. was able to get the upper hand when it mattered the most. These two traded a bunch of pin attempts, but then Zack Sabre Jr. was able to get a jackknife pin in the rotation and was able to get the 3 count on Hechicero to pick up the victory. Excellent technical battle between these two. And after the match, Zack Sabre Jr. made it look like he was willing to face Hechicero again, but this time putting the title on the line. Hey, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I'm down. I'm totally down. So, we'll see if that happens. Maybe Windy City Riot. I don't know. But, we'll see. And then the main event of Battle in the Valley, which I'm kind of surprised this ended up being the main event, but I don't hate it. The main event came down to the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line, as the champion, El Desperado, makes his first defense against Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori. Now, of course, these two very familiar with each other, so this match is nothing new. But yeah, these two went at it. Definitely went back and forth. And, you know, it's been a while since I've seen Taiji Ishimori in a singles match. So it was good to see this happen. And I know it was unfortunate how it got to this point with El Desperado having the title, because, you know, when he faced Doki at Wrestle Kingdom 19, unfortunately the match had to be stopped early due to Doki's injury. So, really unfortunate. But, speedy recovery for Doki, who had one of the best entrances at Wrestle Kingdom 19. Anyway, this match was great. These two Super Juniors going back and forth. Really have no complaints. But when it came down to it, El Desperado picked up the victory. He hit that double underhook pile driver and then transitioned into a Pinche Loco on Ishimori, then pinned him for the 1-2-3. El Desperado with a successful first defense in the main event at Battle of the Valley. So, good win by El Desperado to close out Battle in the Valley, the first New Japan US show of the year. But yeah, overall, pretty good show. Like I said, the only negative really was just the NJPW World TV title match that ended in a double countout. That was like the one sore spot. But aside from that, pretty solid show. Pretty solid show. Now, when I was at Wrestle Kingdom 19, they announced a handful of New Japan / Stardom events coming up this year in the U.S. So, of course, we just had Battle of the Valley in San Jose, California. We know we're going to have Windy City Riot in Chicago. That's April 11th. And it has been confirmed that Stardom will be returning to the U.S. via WrestleMania weekend in Las Vegas. The date has not been set yet, but the show announcement has been confirmed. Not only that, back to Windy City Riot, that will be officially the last U.S. show for Mr. Ace President Hiroshi Tanahashi in his retirement road, which I failed to mention, after Takeshita's match, has challenged Hiroshi Tanahashi to be his opponent for Windy City Riot. So it's looking like Takeshita will be Tanahashi's final opponent in a New Japan ring in the U.S. And that'll be at Windy City Riot, April 11th. So we got that. Stardom returns to Las Vegas. Date's not set yet, but we know that it will be sometime during WrestleMania weekend. And also, they also announced Resurgence, which I believe is in May. I forgot the date, but Resurgence in May. So just a couple events I wanted to point out. I believe the next event they got coming up, I believe, is the New Beginning in Osaka. So got that to look forward to. And then, of course, they got to get ready for the New Japan Cup. That'll be here before you know it. But yeah, a lot to look forward to. But that'll do it for this review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Let me know what y'all thought of Battle of the Valley. Were your predictions correct? What'd you think of the show? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed start to the week, and I will see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Later.